At his brother's wedding, my husband slapped my hand away and said, "Don't embarrass me. You're just a baby carrier." I smiled through tears, but the next speech was mine, and I told the whole truth. We'd been married for 3 years when everything changed. It started the day I told Calvin I was pregnant. He stared at the test for 3 minutes before saying, "We weren't ready for this." I thought he'd come around when the baby arrived. He never did. When Arya was born 7 months ago, he held her exactly once, just for the photo his mother demanded. After that, nothing. Every diaper change was mine. Every 2 a.m. feeding. Every doctor's appointment. When I'd ask for help, he'd say, "You're the mom. You're better at this stuff." The wedding invitation came 2 months ago. His brother Clark was getting married, and Calvin was chosen as best man. He spent weeks writing that speech. I watched him practice it in the mirror every night, putting more effort into those words than he put into our entire marriage. The week before the wedding, things got darker. He'd snap at me for leaving toys out. He told me I needed to lose the baby weight. Then he went through my closet and pulled out the dress he wanted me to wear. The navy one, he said. "It hides your stomach better." The morning of the wedding, I asked if he could hold Arya for 10 minutes while I finished my makeup. He was scrolling through his phone, watching videos. "I'm busy right now," he said without looking up. He was watching people fall off trampolines. We arrived at the venue at 2 p.m. Everything was white and gold, expensive and perfect. Calvin immediately walked away to join his groomsmen, leaving me standing alone with Arya on my hip. Her drool had already soaked through my shoulder. During the ceremony, Arya started getting fussy. I rocked her gently, trying to keep her quiet. The officiant was talking about love and commitment. I reached for Calvin's hand, just needing a moment of connection. He slapped it down, hard enough that the woman beside me flinched. Then he leaned close to my ear. "Don't embarrass me. You're just a baby carrier today. Look pretty and stay quiet." My throat tightened. My eyes burned, but I smiled anyway because that's what I'd been trained to do. Don't cause a scene, be the good wife. At the reception, Calvin was glowing, laughing with his brothers, beer in hand, completely at ease, like he hadn't just shattered something inside me. I sat bouncing Arya on my knee, watching other couples lean together and whisper. I couldn't remember the last time Calvin looked at me with affection. The speeches began. His mother went first, crying about how proud she was. His father told a story about the brothers building a treehouse. Then Calvin stood up. He talked about loyalty, about brotherhood, about family being everything. His voice cracked when he said, "I can't imagine my life without you." The entire room gave him a standing ovation. When he sat down, he was beaming with pride. Then Clark grabbed the microphone again. "Before we cut the cake, I'd love to hear from the newest member of our family." He smiled at me. "Would you like to say a few words?" Calvin's body went rigid. His face drained to color. His eyes locked onto mine with pure warning. But something inside me finally broke free. I stood up and smoothed my navy dress, the one that hides things. "Thank you," I said, my voice steady. "Marriage is beautiful, isn't it? 3 years ago when I got married, I thought it meant partnership. I thought it meant having someone hold your hand through hard times." A few people nodded, thinking this was going somewhere sweet. "But sometimes," I continued, "the person you marry forgets you're a person. They start treating you like furniture, like a function that exists only to serve them." The nodding stopped. The room began to quiet. They stop touching you unless they need something. They stop speaking to you unless they're giving orders. And when you reach for their hand because you're drowning, they slap it away. I looked directly at Calvin. His knuckles were white from gripping his fork. They look at you holding their child and they whisper, "Don't embarrass me. You're just a baby carrier." And someone at the back gasped audibly. "Clark, Anna," I turned to the newlyweds. "I truly hope you never stop seeing each other as real people. I hope you never reduce your partner to just a role, because once you do, it stops being a marriage." I set the microphone down. The silence was deafening. Calvin stood so violently, his chair crashed backward. But I was already moving, grabbing Arya from his cousin, heading toward the exit. He caught me in the parking lot. "What the hell was that? Are you insane?" "I told the truth," I said calmly, unlocking my car. "You just humiliated me in front of everyone. You've been humiliating me every day for 3 years. Today, everyone just finally witnessed it." His face turned red. "Get in the car. We're leaving together." "No," I said, opening the back door and buckling Arya into her seat. "I'm leaving. You can get a ride from one of those brothers who think you're so wonderful." I got in my car and drove away. In my rearview mirror, I watched him standing there in his expensive suit, getting smaller and smaller. Monday morning at 9 a.m., I filed for divorce. His parents still call asking what happened, why I'm destroying their family. But I don't owe them explanations anymore. Every woman at that wedding already knows exactly why I left.